Today, we are going to walk through a simple but really powerful toolkit that's all about undoing the damage from, well, modern life. If you've ever had those aches and pains that make you feel way older than you actually are, then you are in the right place. We're going to break down 6 specific exercises that can help you totally reclaim your body.
So, let me just ask you, does your body feel older than it should? You know that feeling, right? You get up from your desk and there's that little twinge in your lower back. Or you catch a reflection and notice your shoulders are kind of rounding forward. These aren't just random aches, they're actually signals. They're your body adapting to your lifestyle and not in a good way.
And what's the source of all this? You guessed it. It's modern life. It's the hours and hours of sitting, constantly looking down at our phones and laptops. All of it creates these patterns, these muscle imbalances that lead to chronic pain and stiffness.
Okay, let's really get into this. We're calling it the modern body problem because that's exactly what it is. It's about how our daily habits are literally, physically reshaping our bodies. And a lot of the time, it's not for the better. And what's so wild is how common these symptoms are. I mean, weak glutes and tight hip flexors from sitting all day, that's a classic recipe for back pain. Rounded shoulders and that dreaded tech neck from hunching over screens. And pretty much all of it is linked back to a weak, unstable core. Does any of this sound a little too familiar? But here is the fantastic news. Seriously. Just like your body adapted to a more sedentary life, it has an incredible ability to adapt back to being healthier and stronger. And this isn't just wishful thinking. It's based on some amazing science about how our bodies can change and heal themselves at any age. The key idea here is something called neuroplasticity. It's basically your brain's superpower to reorganize and rewire itself. What that means for you is that even if you've had years of not-so-great habits, you can literally teach your body new, healthier ways to move. You can correct those imbalances and get rid of that pain. Your brain is totally ready to learn a new trick.
And get this isn't some process that's going to take a lifetime. Research actually shows that older adults can reverse significant muscle loss in as little as 12 weeks with the right kind of exercise. It just proves it is never, ever too late to make a really powerful change.
So, where do we even begin? Well, we start by rebuilding your body's foundation. We're going to focus on waking up the biggest and most important muscles that, honestly, get pretty neglected in our day-to-day lives. Tool number 1 is the squat. And let me tell you, people call this the single most effective anti-aging exercise for a very good reason. It's one of the most fundamental human movements there is, and it targets those huge muscles in your lower body that are just crucial for almost everything you do. You see, squats don't just build muscle. They also build bone density, which is absolutely critical as we get older. They improve your balance, your coordination, and they strengthen not just your legs, but your entire core. This makes everything from lifting groceries to just getting up out of a chair safer and so much easier.
The key here is to really think about sitting back into an invisible chair. Keep your chest up, proud, and then drive all the way back up through your heels. Just focus on a nice, smooth, controlled movement. All right, now let's talk about a muscle group that modern life has basically put to sleep, your glutes. The glute bridge is like the perfect alarm clock to wake them up and get your body's true power center firing on all cylinders again.
So why is this so important? Well, because strong glutes support your pelvis, which in turn helps align your spine and takes a massive amount of strain off your lower back. Honestly, this simple move is one of the best things you can do to fight back against pain from sitting. As you lift your hips, I want you to really focus on squeezing your glutes. That's where all the work should be happening. Try to make a perfectly straight line from your knees all the way down to your shoulders when you're at the top.
From there, we're going to directly target the #1 victim of the office chair, your hip flexors. When we sit all day, these muscles get short and tight, and that can actually pull your pelvis forward and cause, you guessed it, more lower back pain.
Now the secret to making this stretch really work is to squeeze the glute of your back leg. That simple action helps to really open up the front of your hip. And remember, keep it gentle. You should feel a nice stretch, not any sharp pain. All right, with our foundation reactivated, let's start moving up the body. This next part is all about realigning your core and your spine, basically correcting your posture from your center all the way up to your head. Our first core exercise has a bit of a funny name. It's called the dead bug. But don't let that fool you. This is an incredibly effective move for building that deep core stability, which acts like a natural core set for your body, protecting your spine. The whole challenge here, the only thing you need to think about is keeping your lower back completely glued to the floor. Move slowly with control. If you feel your back start to arch up, you've gone a little too far. It's all about quality here, not quantity.
Next up, let's fix that classic computer posture. For this, we're going to use wall slides. This exercise is specifically designed to fight that forward rounding of the shoulders that we all get from hunching over our desks.
Now, fair warning, this one might be surprisingly tough. The whole goal is to keep everything in contact with the wall the entire time, your head, your shoulders, and especially your wrists and elbows. Only slide up as high as you can while keeping that connection.
And for our final tool, we're tackling the top of the chain, the infamous tech neck. You know, for every single inch your head juts forward, it adds a crazy amount of extra strain on your neck and upper back. Chin tucks are the simple but incredibly powerful antidote.
Think of this less as tucking your chin down and more about sliding your whole head straight back. You're basically trying to give yourself a double chin while keeping your eyes level with the horizon. You should feel a nice, gentle stretch at the base of your skull.
Okay, so we've got our 6 tools, but there's a secret to making all of this actually work in the long run. And it's a really simple shift in how you think about it. It's not about intensity, it's about consistency.
It's so easy to think that we need to go all out in these sporadic, intense workouts to see results. But so often, that just leads to burnout or even injury. Real, lasting change comes from consistency, from that daily, mindful practice where you focus on good form. You're teaching your body a new way to exist, one day at a time. This all comes down to what you could call the golden rule of rehab. And it's probably the most important thing to take away from all this. Consistent, progressive practice over time, that's what creates real change. It's the small things you do every single day that really add up to something huge.
So let's end on this thought. You don't have to do everything all at once. You just have to start. Looking at these 6 tools, what is the one movement, the one exercise that you will reclaim for your body today? Are you going to do a set of squats? Maybe a few chin tucks at your desk? The power to reverse years of damage. It all starts with that one single, consistent choice.